All right, what's going on, guys? Look, I want to make this late night video for you guys. I am recharged on my Sabbath day. I feel good, and I want to give you guys this tip on you can't fight yourself. Okay, you're not going to be able to fight yourself. Why does this matter when you're in business? Okay, so a lot of spiritual videos I've been talking about lately. A lot of stuff I've been talking about God lately. A lot of stuff I've been talking about a lot of different things, but these things all matter and have to do with business. Okay, now the reason why I'm talking about this is because before, right before I started getting more spiritual again, it was like very logical science, kind of get over it kind of thing, right? And that actually is not how things work. Okay, what people actually go through are like real problems. Okay, and it's easy to write it off as being lazy or being weak or being soft or or just whatever it is, right? But people have they have real issues like trauma. They've been through abuse, they've been through a lot of different things, and they have a fractured identity. Okay, now what does that mean? It basically is like determining who you are. If you had to live as this other version of yourself for so long, let's say you were, I don't know, let's say that you were, for survival purposes, you have to pretend to be somebody else all the time, right? There's a way that people talk. They say that they have to put on masks and be a fake version of themselves. What if you had to do that your entire life since you were a child to survive because you did not know how to survive? You're going to be terrified your entire life. Okay, that's either going to turn you into a people pleaser or it's going to turn you into some kind of psycho narcissist because your brain does not really know the difference between you lying to yourself and you telling truth. Okay, your brain doesn't work that way, right? Your brain works by reinforcement, right? It's like, okay, what am I hearing? Does this make sense? Whatever. This is why basically people get hypnotized if they're in an altered state. They're sleeping, they're tired. You can say you can say something to the person, and all of a sudden it's like stuck in their head, bouncing around for like hours, right? And all of a sudden they're like, "Am I like this?" Or this is why when people are traumatized, let's say that they're sexually assaulted or something like this, they'll be like, and if it's a homosexual sexual assault, what'll happen is the person will feel like they're gay and they're not. Okay, they just were sexually assaulted as a young person, and then they're going to actually relive their trauma by doing the same thing to another person until they're able to heal themselves. Okay, now what does this have to do with like business and stuff like this? You have to understand that the reason that most people want to be business owners anyway is because they want control over their lives, right? Why? Because everything is about controlling your behavior. This whole game, this whole system that we're in, it's all about trying to get you, okay? It's about trying to get you to do something that you don't want to do because that's what you were told and that's what you're raised to believe, but that's not really true. The name of the game is that you have to believe in yourself. You have to love yourself. You have to come into alignment with yourself. You have to know who you are and understand just because things happen to you doesn't determine who you are, right? Doesn't determine how people should treat you and other stuff. It's just something that happened, right? And obviously it's wrong, and those people are probably bad people as well, but it's something that just happened to you, right? Doesn't make you who you are, right? It may be a part of your story, but it doesn't mean that's who you are. That's just something that happened to you. You could walk down the street and just trip, and then you could tell yourself a story about that your entire life and say, man, like I'm just a piece of crap because I tripped over this rock and now I have a big scab on my leg, right? You can do that, or you can just say, I just tripped. Right? It all depends on the story you're telling yourself, so you have to be careful on what your brain is telling you. Okay, now what does it have to do with success? Like, again, you have to understand that the more that you're not here and you're not home, you're out of alignment. The more you're out of alignment, the more you are subject to other beliefs and other things, right? So if somebody says that you're not really doing a good job because of you're lazy or you're just whatever it is, right? It really means you're just right here. You're not here, right? The question is that are you going to come out of balance for them, or are you already out of balance and they're talking to you about a symptom? Okay, that's something we do in America. We talk about symptoms so that way we can cure the symptom. You're lazy. Maybe you just really don't want to do the work. You ever think about that? Maybe you don't want to do the work. Maybe you don't like the work. Maybe you don't feel good about it, right? And what do people do most of the time? It doesn't really matter how you feel. Feelings don't matter. Your feelings don't really matter when it comes to business and all this other stuff, and that's not true, okay? It does matter. Your feelings matter very much, and you have to listen to your body, and you have to listen to your feelings. If you don't want to do something, you shouldn't do it. The more you try to wear the mask, the more you try to be somebody else, you're bringing yourself closer, further and further away from yourself. And as you're doing this, you're actually killing yourself, believe it or not, okay? Why? Because you're basically going against your own instincts. You're going against your own DNA. You're going against your own your body. Your body's telling you that you don't like doing this thing and you're doing it anyway, right? You have to be able to say no. Most people are not able to say no. Okay, they're just not. And that's like a part of the game. The part of the game is to get you desensitized and comfortable with you not trusting yourself, so that way a person can then control you with mind control or with abuse or with whatever, right? The point is that you have to be here. Okay, so you have to listen to yourself spiritually. Okay, you're not just going to be successful. You have to know what's right for you. Yeah, we don't even have to talk about God in a situation. It's just what is right for you, because what's right for you that means you're in the God zone. You understand? What's healthy for you, right? What's going to be a good thing for you, okay? So, what else I want to talk about here? I got like a couple things here. As far as seeking power, good example. When I first started my journey on business and spirituality and just figuring out the secrets of life, right? That's always been my whole game, is like, I've always wanted to discover the secrets of life. As of maybe a year or two ago, I like figured it out, and I was like, oh, that's it, you know? And it took me a long time to kind of process it, but I was like, okay, people are just lying, right? And all the time, nonstop, whatever, right? And that there's this enemy energy out there, this narcissism, this whatever it is, right? And now that's what I was leaning towards. Eventually, I'm just like, okay, it's this devil energy, right? Manipulative, soft, weak energy kind of thing, right? What happened was I was trying to gain power over my life for so many years because I got tired of being around these people, right? Even though I would be around them to study them, I got tired of it and I got annoyed by it, right? So what I would do is I would be seeking power and seeking more power and power and power and power. And I guess what? I always found something new. I always found a new trick. I always found a new strategy. I always found something new to say. I always found something, whatever, right? And I'm getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And as I've got really strong, I'm like, man, I just was able to, I can buy houses anywhere I want right now. Like I can buy houses anywhere across the country, overseas, with no money if I wanted to, a lot of money, a little bit of money. And I could buy businesses. I could do whatever I want, but I don't. And it's because I don't want to, right? But I really wanted that power. So as I'm figuring out things and more, I then come across those E-files, right? Those Epstein files. And as I do, I start to discover what power really does to you. And if you keep seeking it, you're always going to find something new to test, right? Because I'm a tester. I like to test things, right? And because I'm like, okay, well, these people say it works, so let me try it out. Maybe I'm wrong about something. That's where I was going. That's probably where I would have ended up next. I would have been drinking blood and doing all kinds of weird shit to test it out, right? Luckily, I snapped out of it at that moment because I'm like, oh my goodness, what are these people doing? They're crazy. They'll do anything. They sold their soul to the devil, which you can't really do that anyway. Their soul's not really yours to claim. You know, you can act like it. You can act like it is, but it's not, right? It's still God's soul, and whether or not you're going to get judgment or not is something different. Okay, that's different, but it's still God, right? God owns you, right? So, we're all a part of God, that kind of thing, right? But the point is that experiencing different viewpoints, like whatever you want to believe, you don't have to actually believe in the Bible. You just know that there's good and there's evil. That's it. You're doing evil acts, you're aligning with the devil. You're doing good things, you're aligning with God. You got to pick your side, right? And determine on how you choose to live your life. You either choosing the book of life or the book of death. Book of death is the devil, right? Because you're going against yourself. You're going against yourself. Even me chasing the power, I'm going so far away from myself, trying to figure out what's happening, not realizing that, hey, all I needed to do was focus on me and what I wanted and my desires, which was more power. But really what I was looking for was to find home. What do I really, really, really want? What is the life I want to create for myself, right? And before, all I really wanted was $3,000 a month. That's all I really wanted before when I was younger. $3,000 a month, have a family and a child that loves me. That was like it. That's all I ever wanted. I have that. I have everything I ever wanted, really, right? Even right now. And even though I can make like more money or millions of dollars or hundreds of millions, I can make hundreds of $millions if I wanted to. There's nothing stopping me. I know all the tricks. I know all the tools. I know all the strategies. I know who to talk to, who not to talk to. I can get in bed with some of the bad characters, but I'm not, because that's not who I am, right? And that's like a big part of this. A big part of this is knowing yourself. Knowing yourself and knowing like, hey, wait a minute, I went too far. I went too far. You know what I'm saying here? I went too far. I was willing to sacrifice almost anything. You know, I mean, I wouldn't, but, you know, I fought myself, obviously, for years, right? But I was willing to do it. I was like, I'm done with you. Fuck you, right? Give me that power, right? And I was just so close to going down, you know, the dangerous route. It almost had me. Okay, so for example, you'll just keep testing things. Like I've tested a lot of different things. I tried believing in the devil. I tried believing in different gods and different stuff, and trying different spirituality and stuff like that. I'm like, this stuff doesn't really work. I don't understand why people are doing this. This was like years ago, right, when I was like younger, and I started doing this whole metaphysical thing, and I was like, okay, this works. It seems like it was working, but then I really wasn't sure. But then finally, I was like, I prayed to Jesus. Boom, he had me in when I was like 22. I was like, just show me what to do. I'll bring the kingdom here. I'll do my best to do that, right? That was my promise that I made since I was a kid. At 22 years old, here I am, 38, still doing it, right? That's why I make the videos too. That's why I make the videos. Yes, it is my newsletter, but it's like it's my promise. There's a part of that is my promise, and that's something I really don't talk about. But it's what I promised to God like years ago. I never really tell people that because I was in such of these horrible situations where I was like, okay, I got to figure out what to do now because I trusted the wrong person or I did the wrong thing or I did whatever. I was just young. Yeah, I'm young, and you're figuring things out. That's like that's the non-spiritual way to look at it. Yeah, you're young and you're doing stupid stuff, and it's really just being a lost. Like spiritually, I was lost. That's the answer. Because when you're starting to walk with yourself and you're walking with alignment, you're walking with God, then you're gonna win. Whether you believe in God or not, okay? Whether you believe in it or not, you're going to start winning because it's the same kind of concept. Don't matter whether or not you should believe in something. Like there was this lady on TikTok, maybe I'll show the video or whatever, but there's this lady on TikTok and she's talking about how she's an atheist and how Bible, something happened in the Bible where somebody cut up somebody and sent it to the 12 tribes of Israel and stuff like this. And I'm like, come on now. Like, come on. People are like, that's the devil. It's like, why would God do that? It's like, come on. If you really think that it means that, or you're reading something else, like you're doing something else. The point is that what matters is that you're on the side of good or evil. That's all that matters, right? That's it, right? If you're being yourself and being a good person, you're on the side of good for the most part. Okay? Right? I don't know everything. Right, I was even talking to my lady talking about Jesus and stuff. I was like, you don't got to believe whether he was here or not. You know, I mean, you should, like that would help, but it's not gonna change anything, right? Whether you believe, whether you read the Bible or not, it's not gonna change anything. What matters is, are you here or are you not here? You understand here? Are you here or are you not there? That's what's going to determine your life here on this planet. Here, I don't know what's happening in the supernatural, but I can say when you're here on this planet in this physical realm, either you're here or you're here. There's no in the middle with this stuff. So it's just, if it's anything how it is like here, then it's the same principle. Okay? You're either walking with God, meaning yourself, connecting with God and all the other stuff, and you don't even know you're doing it. Right? But the people who can't connect, they always have a hard time. They can't figure it out. That's why they need to steal your blessing. Okay? I always say that, okay? So just I got some notes here, just like small notes. If you are chasing power, which is basically you're aligning with the devil, that kind of thing, right? The negative energy, or you're not yourself spiritually, what you're going to eventually do is you'll start to do crazier and crazier things to obtain more control and power, thinking that you need to do all this extra stuff and you don't, right? Something right here, you'll be willing to chop off your arm. You'll be willing to put a virus in your body, or you'll be able to plug your brain up to AI. You know, and it's like, well, what could you do? Well, now I have telekinesis. I can communicate telepathically. Things can just happen. I can act like God. Or you can be a god or whatever, or you can be a king. It's like, why? Why do you want to be a king? Why do you want to be a god for? You know, why do you want to do this thing? Why do you want, like, I don't want to look at a computer and it just starts moving. Like, you know what I'm saying here? Like, it's the same stuff with this metaverse stuff with Zuckerberg. Like, come on, you keep coming up with these shitty products. Like, it's a trash product, bro. Like, nobody wants to live online. Nobody wants to do that. So for weirdos. But they're trying to get you to get used to it so bad because they think it makes sense. And a long time ago, I'm like, okay, this is like the future or something. I'm like, oh, this is like stupid, man. Stupid. It's stupid. Well, now you can generate like porn online. It's like, come on, man, porn. That's what you give up your soul for. You want to plug your brain up to the internet so you can experience porn. Like, I get there's some people that are like that, but it's like, come on now. Like, is it worth like going through infinite torture forever and not being a robot, and to do what? To open doors automatically, to like, what are we talking about? Like it's okay. I got some other notes here. Let me just finish this real quick. So don't keep pushing yourself to be the best. Okay, yeah. So another one is to not push yourself to be the best person ever. You don't need to do that. You just need to be the best version of you. What is the best version of you that looks like, right? What does that look like, okay? Does that mean you're eating healthy? Does that mean you're working out? Does that mean you're in shape? Does that mean you have a great family? Does that mean maybe you have a couple wives, right? Maybe you have a couple wives. Some people don't like that, but I mean, that's just life, right? Like some people need multiple wives. Okay, somebody don't want to deal with you all the time, but you better be able to take care of them, right? Maybe that's a thing for you, right? You don't gotta be the best. Like this whole God thing that people want to be God so bad. Like why? You don't have to believe in that kind of thing, but it's like you should, but it's like you don't have to. Why you want to be this thing that want to plug your brain up to the internet so you can move doors? Like, oh, I'm the best engineer ever. Okay, like here's your trophy. Now what? Nothing. Like what? Like what are people doing? Like what are they thinking? Like what are people thinking? You have to be the best version of you. There's only one you on the planet ever. Your genetic code, your individuality, you're the sperm that made it to the egg. You're the one that somehow got through all the bullshit that they've been throwing out here all these years with the poison air, poison water, poison chips, the poison juice. I don't know how much poison. Like I'm trying to be healthy. I'm drinking this plastic in here, and now I'm drinking plastic. Come on, man. Come on. The deodorant has AIDS in it or something. Like, come on. Come on. You got to be the best you, man. Don't be trying to be the best. You be the best you can be. Because nobody can't beat you at that. Nobody can't beat you at being you. That's where you win. You win by being here, being the best you can be. What are those unique things about you? The thing that the enemy tried to take from you, your gifts. Try to turn you into a robot like them. Try to turn you into this thing like them. You have a very particular subset of things that you're really good at. Don't ever let somebody try to tell you you're not worthy or you're not... Nobody values that. Like, don't listen to that bullshit. They just don't understand business. These people don't understand business, man. In business, guess what? If AI is going to take all the jobs, guess what? There's always going to be people that hate AI like me. Okay? I'll use it, but I don't want to use it. I just use it for research. Come on now. Well, I want to, you can talk to it. What do you, I'm going to punch Zuckerberg and AI, Elon Musk in the face if I could, man. I'd punch the motherfucker so hard. You can use AI. I don't want to talk to this shit. Stop playing with me. Because that's all they're really doing. They're playing in your face, right? They just go, oh, don't you want to... Like, everybody already hates the auto attendant. I don't know one person that loves, like, man, I sure love the auto attendant. Like, you know, the thing that says, like, please press 1 to get connected to your supervisor. Please press 2 to be corrected to X. Please press 5. It's like, oh my goodness, just put me to the damn operator. 0000. Operator. Oh my God, you motherfuckers. I'm going to jump through that phone. Is it just me? So all you got to do, if these companies start doing some dumb shit like that, right? I'm a company. I'm a dumb one. Now you can use AI. Now you can talk to AI. All you got to do is what? You start an exact similar company and say, guess what? There's no AI here at all. We'll never use it. How would you like to go with us? A little bit more, but there's no AI. Who do you think the people are going to go to? Who do you think they're going to go to? They're going to go to the place that has nothing but disgusting AI slop, or you're going to go to the person who, hey, this is actually just how I wanted it to be in the first place. I actually listen to my clients and I actually care about them. We gotta be like Zuckerberg. Ready? You can live online on the metaverse. Now you don't even have to have a girlfriend. Now you don't even have to experience what it's like working out. You can do it in a video game. Now you'll never, like, you don't even have to try anymore. These motherfuckers, it makes sense to them. There, you're not a loser. You're not a loser on the internet. You never were a loser in real life. You just got tricked. Somebody's always tricking you, man. You got to understand this stuff. These demons, man. These motherfuckers, they keep trying to trick people and let you think that something's wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with you, man. You're designed to be a certain way. Don't matter if you're white, black, Asian, whatever. That shit don't matter. God made you the way you're supposed to be, whether you know it or not, whether you believe in him or not. He made you to be a certain way. You like doing nothing. Guess what? I like laying around. And I like to relax. Man, there's somebody out here on this planet that's like, I'm stressed. I am so stressed. I don't know what to do. What do you think you can do? I can show you how to relax. I've been relaxing for years. Really? How are you doing it? Well, I mean, you can pay me $10,000 and I'll show you. There's people that do that. They're called what? What are they called? Ooh, the Indian guys or whatever. What are they called? The monks. What are they called? I don't know what they're called. The gurus. Oh, yes. Well, you must relax your mind and your spirit and open up your chakras. These motherfuckers don't be doing nothing. They sit there and be like this, acting like they're doing something. They ain't doing nothing, but they're being their best version of themselves. That's what they're good at. Sitting around doing this. Yes, you must relax. And the guys, they're paying them millions of dollars. Oh, man, I feel great. Like, of course you do. Don't let these fools fool you, man. Don't let these fools fool you. Don't let the enemy get you, man. I keep saying this stuff, man. Don't let them get you. Don't let them trick you. Don't let them trick you. You're not enough. These girls, you're not enough for me. Come on, man. I don't need to be enough for you. I'm enough for me. I'm worried about my life. Why somebody got to say you're not enough? Because they're trying to hurt you. You're just fine. You're just not for them. For them. There's plenty of people who are interested in you. Don't matter if you're short, fat, ugly, a bunch of whatever it is. Don't matter. There's literally a dude married with a melted face. He's got a melted face and he's married and he has 2 kids. Come on. You got to know your gifts. Okay, I got a melted face, but guess what? I can get this money. I got this disabled money. Where the cheeks at? Who want to get married right now? Come on. Come on now. Use your gifts. Use your gifts. The dude's face is literally like this. She's banging the hell out of him, obviously. She's like, F this. I need security. You don't gotta, because after a while, it's like, okay, like there's some girls out there, they like, I'm not trying to be rude here, but they like ogre penises and stuff like this. Like they like stuff like that, okay? They like that. They like, oh, look at this big ogre penis, and that's why they go to the sex store and these sex shops. That's what they do. They love having sex with monsters sometimes. Go find you a monster-loving woman. You got your arm is like up here or something, and it's like this, or it don't matter. It doesn't matter. That's the point I'm trying to make here. It don't matter. The person ain't gonna stay around forever. Maybe not. Who cares? That's not how life works. Life don't work that way. It don't work where you stay around forever. People need you for a thing, and maybe she just wants some money. Who cares? Maybe she find you sexy because you got your face melted. It don't matter. The point is that there's always a shot for you. But you got to know how to think, and you can't lose the blessing that God gave you, whether you believe in God or not, okay? You got to come here because you're always going to be good here, okay? Maybe I'll show the picture. It's terrible, but that dude's getting busy. He's married. I used to be like, man, I'm ugly or something. And I seen this dude with a melted face. I'm like, all right, that was like years ago. I was like when I was a kid. I was like, I guess I'm ugly or something. I don't know, right? Because everybody tells you, oh, you're ugly, you're this, you're that. I'm like, okay, I guess maybe. I don't know, right? Then I'm like, dang, I guess maybe I am. I go online, I see this guy with a melted face. I'm like, all right, these people just lying or something, right? But you got to know this stuff, man. You got to know. Don't nobody tell you you can be a midget and you can still get something. Still be out here having kids and getting something with a regular person, okay? Don't let them trick you, okay? So the point is that be the best version of you. No matter what version that is, okay? And the last part is don't let them get you, okay? Now, what am I talking about? So you got to know that there's evil out there, okay? It's just out there, whether you want to believe it or not. Just like there's God, there's the devil. I'd be more afraid of not following God's rules than following God's rules. Now, what is that? Eat right, right? Do the best things for you, which is what? Eating right, drinking the right water, eating the right foods. Just being a person, being yourself, like anything that's going to make you here. You understand? Taking some of this right here in the morning. See that? That's wild sea moss right there. Okay, what y'all know about that? Okay, get your body right. Detoxes you, cleans you up. My desk here is full of herbs, and I got some magnesium here. Come on now. We got a little extra for the bedroom. Come on now. What y'all know about this? Okay, you want to give your lady a good time? Right here. Don't take it too much. You might have a heart attack. Okay. Look at that. Yeah. Come on now. What y'all talking about, man? You talking about growing your meat? That's what you want to do. You want a big, thing like this. Then no time. Okay. I was taking them down back in the day with that. Okay. All right. Back before I was doing the right thing. Okay. I'm doing the right thing now. Right. I'm doing the right thing in a relationship. Okay. And I'm trying to do the right thing with God, doing what's right for me. But if I needed to, I always got my tools. Okay? Understand? Be the best you. Don't let them get you. These enemies out here are going to do anything possible to come mess you up. They're going to tell you, God's not real. They're going to tell you you're not enough. They're going to give you poison water. They're going to put drinks in strategic locations for you to pick up that drink and drink it. And it's going to shrink your dick. Bet you never thought about that. Makes you sterile. Right? They're going to put vaccines out here. They're going to do this. They're going to do anything possible to come fuck with you. Why? Because they're the damn devil. That if the devil exists, that's enough reason to believe in something higher. Right? That's enough reason. Okay? If this kind of evil exists, you should know that something good exists. And that good thing is for you when you come back here to being the best version of yourself. And by being the best version of yourself, you're aligning with God and doing all the right stuff. Okay, so let's go to TikTok real quick. We're going to watch some of the crazy videos that I'm talking about. And maybe we'll find the melted face guy. I don't know, but I want to bring this up really quick. And hopefully you guys get something out of this. Right? I should have it up already, but I do not. And then after that, I'm going to go watch some shows with the family and enjoy my day. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday, by the way. You know, just be the best version of yourself, man. Don't let these mother effers kind of mess you up, man. All right. Okay. All right. First thing is this one. Boom. Okay, now this is apparently Ray Daniels. I don't really know this guy, but listen to him and what he says, okay? They're talking about the music industry being evil, but let's hear what he says and let's see how it comes together.
Evil business. I'm in a staff meeting. I'm not going to say who, but the chairman of the company is like, really quick, I'm in a staff meeting. This is the first time I knew I was in the evil business. I'm in a staff meeting. I'm not going to say who, but the chairman of the company is like, we talking about one of our biggest artists, and this nigga's having trouble. He's like, he's in a happy relationship. So he's having career trouble, but he's in a happy relationship.
Career trouble and having a happy relationship.
And I remember the chairman being like, man, we got to get this nigga away from her and back on drugs. Nigga, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, I swear to God, I'm like, oh, this is what they was warning me for. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I ain't say nothing, bro. I just sat there. 3-4 months later, that same artist broke up with the girl, got on drugs, and became one of the biggest artists in the world. So, was he wrong?
Okay, so he gained everything, but lost his relationship and peace.
Or was he just saying what he knew people were? Right? Because that's when it gets deep. Because when he said it, Joe, I was like, this nigga the devil. And then 6 months later, the nigga's back on top, and I'm like, well, was he the devil? Or was he right?
Was he the devil or was he right? Now, let's think about that really quick, okay? This is one video, and then we'll go to the other videos. Was he the devil or was he right? From basically getting the guy back on drugs and taking away the guy's relationship so he can be at the top of the billboard. What does that sound like? He lost himself. Again, you lost yourself for your career. For money. At the top of the billboards, like, come on. The billboards? What are we talking here, man? Your spirit, you lost who you are. You went from this to this. And they say, that's a win though, right? You got all this money now. You got all this money. But what's the saying? What's the scripture? What is it? Gain a man profit or something like this, to gain the world but lose his soul? It's the same thing. It's the same thing when you don't have to do that. You can just be here and make the money too. But you don't have to let the money own you, right? See, I make my money. I command money. Money don't command me. You understand? I command what's happening. I tell people what's happening. They don't tell me what's happening. Nobody gonna tell me I need to get you. Like, what kind of person? Like, think about that. Remember I said, watch out for these people? Man, we got to get this guy back on drugs. Who would say that? Somebody who's lost their spirit and just wants money. They'd rather see you on drugs and you have a lot of money than you have a healthy relationship and just do it the healthy way. Maybe, hey, look, I need you to really come into the office and do this stuff. I know you've been out of it for a couple of years or whatever, but I need you to come in the office and do this stuff. They're not doing it, then we're going to have to take the contract back. No, we must get him on drugs and we must ruin his life. Something to think about, okay? I know the enemy is wild, okay? Let's go to another video here. What was it, man? I talked about a couple stories here. This is another one. I'm not really going to go into this too much, but there's another one.
You have to watch your family because there are multiple people in the Bible that got killed by their own family.
Basically, people get killed by their own family members.
We have to be real. We have to stop sugarcoating to our children. We have to stop sugarcoating to people that are close to us about what is the potential. Cain killed Abel because of jealousy and envy. Jealousy or envy. Jealousy. He killed him. He literally killed his own brother. Joseph's brothers tried to kill him. David's brothers were very envious of him. They didn't like his elevation. They didn't support him. I mean, it's like we have to be careful of like people that are our blood family, because there are some times that your blood family is just the family that you were born into to break generational curses for your children.
See?
My
Boom.
God.
Boom.
To break curses for your children, for your generation, for your line. Sometimes God will bring you through a line just to prove a point. Like, look at Jesus. Like, Jesus literally was born in a manger, in a stable. You know, there was no room in the inn for Jesus. There was no room for him. There was no room in the hotel. They had to go outside to the stable where the animals were. He was born outside. Like how I look at the Father is that he loves proving points that you're good enough, you're worthy. Like, and he wants to make everybody else around you know that you're worthy, but he wants you to trust the fact that you know. He wants you to trust him so that you can know that you're worthy. And I think a lot of times when you come from specific bloodlines, there have been people around you, around your family for generations that have built up thoughts about your family, the family that you come from. And so when they find somebody like you that is absolutely walking differently, it's very challenging for people to actually truly accept who you are, because you're different.
All right.
Like many people.
And that's all we're gonna go with that one. But like, this whole thing's just about being the best you. No, ain't nobody you. Okay, we're gonna find this other video talking about the enemy, and then we're gonna close out. Okay. Where is it at? Okay, this one. Okay, so this is the video I was talking about. Like, this is why I say you gotta watch out for the enemy. Okay, it could be anybody. All right, but watch this.
Y'all remember these drinks, right? These tropical fantasy drinks that they
I don't remember these, but apparently they're.
would sell in the corner stores and stuff in predominantly black neighborhoods. Look at this.
Basically, it says that the drinks are basically made by the KKK, and they're made to cause, basically, like, you can't have kids no more, right? So you drink this, you can't have kids no more. Why somebody would do that?
An inexpensive fruit drink that is sold exclusively in minority neighborhoods is owned by and contains that causes. Why do they hate us so bad? Mind you, this was on a video of a young woman on here that got a book from the thrift store that contains urban legends. And it.
Pay attention. Pay attention. The enemy is always paying attention to you, so you better pay attention to the enemy. So I know some people don't think this stuff is like real or whatever, but it's very real. When that spirit is on people, they get rowdy. Okay, and unless you're prepared to go to war, then you're going to get pushed around. Okay, so anyway, that's the video. Love yourself, do the right thing. The key is to get in alignment. That is the answer for all your problems. There's not really like you have to change all this. You don't have to change who you are. You do not have to do this. You can still be a kind person and be successful, but you better be aware that there's an enemy out there trying to take you off the path. Okay, and trying to take your promises and all the other stuff. Making money, very simple. The hard part is staying the path and not falling for none of these other tricks. Okay.